Welcome back to Shicker At Shacaris, the podcast for Welcome by Welcome. I'm your host, Pinchas, joined today by my guest, Moshe Friyer. Moshe, how are you doing today?
Doing great, Pinchas. Thanks for having me on.
Wow, it's so great to have some friends on the podcast.
Yeah, great.
It's a crazy day today, you know? We have Trump asking for Canada to be the 51st state, a coup in South Korea.
I thought it said coop.
Yeah, the chicken coop tried to rebel.
Coop like soup.
Coop it in soup, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine being the prime minister of a country and saying, nah bro, it's gonna be me now. It's all me.
I guess. Yo, you know what I was thinking about?
What?
This is pretty crazy. You notice, besides for Trump, every president has, the most ugly wife ever.
We're a family-friendly podcast over here.
Oh, dude, that is my bad.
We'll keep it in, just for, historical accuracy, but,
Dude, just food for thought, man.
Well, Trump is on his, third, fourth wife? Third? Yeah?
Yeah, look, you know what I'm saying? That times are changing and people change, and, he's lived a long life, so, he's grown up to such a point where this is his wife now,
Yeah, I'm down with the favorite food too. I like a man who has a favorite food. At least that.
Yeah. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food. I'm gonna be Jewish over here and talk. I say sushi.
That's a good one.
As every Jewish person now has to say.
I think that's between 5 to 7 years ago is that was the time.
Yo, sushi is so good. I don't know how Jews discovered it, but I'm so thankful for that.
I feel it's been in the supermarkets long enough that it's just kind of a staple, and it's not anyone's favorite food anymore. It's kind of past that time.
I like it. It's good.
No,
tasty.
No, that's great.
The problem is
smoked meat is it now.
Smoked meat is it? Smoked meat is good.
Yeah, I'm into smoked meat. I think that might be my favorite food right now.
Yo, it's fatty, it tastes great. Put it in the sandwich, it's the best thing ever. I love it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah. So, do you wish to Canada be the 51st state?
What would that help with? What would be good about that?
We just get Canadians.
I feel like it would be it wouldn't matter either way.
What do you mean by that?
What does it help?
Well,
you know what? I think it would be good, except for the fact that they do have a lot of Muslims there.
Oh, yeah, they do have a lot of immigrants.
Yeah.
We could say that if you weren't born there, you don't get American citizenship or something.
But then it's part of America.
Well,
we just don't.
How often does America take over another country and make it their own state? We can make whatever laws we want if you take over your own state.
They don't do that. They just take over countries with other armies that they pay for, and then they just put in leaders of
yeah, so if we actually take over, we never actually took over our own country before and made it one of ours. So we can make up whatever laws we want.
We never took up our own country.
We never went and said, hey Italy, you're ours now, and then made all citizens ours.
Wait, what about
closest we ever did was Hawaii.
What about Guam?
Is Guam part of America?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
No, because I'm pretty sure Shirley Temple was the U.S. ambassador to Guam.
I think that's the whole joke.
No, she was also the ambassador to, I think, Czechoslovakia.
Shirley Temple?
Yeah, the actress.
It's very hard to be the ambassador. It's like being the ambassador to Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico's part of America.
Exactly.
It's crazy. She had a crazy life. She
Shirley Temple?
Yeah, she had a child actor.
Are we going down this road right now?
We're going down this road. She was a child actor, U.S. ambassador, plus had a great drink named after her.
Do you think that most of the people on your podcast realize that Shirley Temple is even a person, or they just think that it's a drink?
Some people don't even know it's a drink that's non-alcoholic.
What's an alcoholic Shirley Temple?
Dirty Shirley.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Some people just think Shirley Temple's an alcoholic drink.
Yeah, I just thought a Shirley Temple was with alcohol.
No. You know what I really want to find? 7-Up made a Shirley Temple for the last, 3 months of this year, and I can't find it anywhere. My friend from Chicago was like, yeah, we have it in Chicago. I'm like, well, I need it in New York.
Did you look for it online anywhere?
Yeah, it's nowhere near. I could order it on Amazon, but if you're ordering food off Amazon,
it's a level. It's a certain place in life.
That I don't really want to reach now. I'm 18. I have a whole future ahead of me.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but there's definitely something.
I mean, it is an option, but like,
Yeah.
it's like that option.
Yeah, I personally don't think I've done it in my life.
Yeah.
But
it's
my
scary.
mom's done it for me. So I know
Oh.
what that means.
Well, that's like an accessory to the crime.
She's ordered like some sort of like bars. I think were like Kind bars.
You can get something like Costco, man.
Yo, back in the day, by the way, when I was younger,
How old are you?
Kind bars were like just coming out.
How old are you?
How old am I? 27.
So what's it back in the day for you? Like 22 years ago?
I don't remember. And maybe when I was like 15, 14, 15, maybe 13.
Yeah, well, I
Younger.
was like 6 at that time.
Yeah, something like that.
That's
I
crazy.
was going to the Florida Panthers games, and they were giving out Kind bars in front for free, because Kind bars were just coming out then.
Well, like, what was the marketing campaign for Kind bars?
Giving out free bars to people
To rich people?
before the Panthers game. I guess there's a lot of rich people that go to Panthers games. I guess.
Well, the target. I mean, I would give to like older rows. Like, your target demographic should be like everybody who works out. Right? And then
Kind bars are just like, they're not like workout bars.
they're not.
They're just snack bars.
Then your target demographic
They're like
should
healthy. They're like healthy snacks.
So their target demographic should be everybody.
Well, I mean, I don't think they were specifying. It was just for, you know what the Panthers are? It's a hockey team.
I know what a hockey team is.
Oh, okay, good. No, just making sure. Some people don't know.
I just learned today that there's one called the Buffalo Sabres.
Sabres.
Yeah,
Sabres.
I just know they existed today.
Yeah, whatever.
Like, I just learned that Denver Nuggets exist like 2 years ago.
What did you think that they were named after when you heard about them? Be honest.
Gold Nuggets, actually.
No.
Yeah.
Did you actually?
Yeah, because like, what else do you nuggets? Like chicken nuggets? Like, I love chicken nuggets more than anybody else I know, but like, the only thing when a team after them.
I guess they named it. I'm pretty sure it was because of like the gold rush when in Denver.
Yeah,
also.
like.
You got the 49ers named after the gold rush.
Really? Oh, because 49?
Because I think it was in the year
1849?
1849, and then the Nuggets are named after it.
Wow, so much history that I never knew.
Oh, wait. I guess they call the Golden State Warriors Golden State because that was where the gold rush was in California.
I think it's because of the sun.
The sun? Not the gold rush?
I think it's because of the sun.
Oh, man.
It's like, you know, the sun used to date.
Fact check that. Well, I mean, Florida's the sunshine.
We'll have the commentators like, yo, put in the description.
Put it.
Write in the comments.
Drop us a note in the comment section about what the truth is.
Yeah, we need to know.
Or just lie about it and make it up like we do.
Lying will get you very far in life.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, people don't believe me.
Yeah, I mean, look, Bernie Madoff went for a really long time. Very impressive. Very impressive.
He really did like set the bar for how good you could lie.
Yeah. You know, like, we have this Bernie Madoff dude. Is there somebody in history that did this sort of thing and just didn't get caught?
Maybe we won't know because he never got caught.
Exactly.
What do you mean he got caught? Before or after he died?
I guess you find that after the guy dies. But what if he just passes it on to someone else?
If someone like lived the whole life doing it, he won the game. Right?
Yeah, he won. Yeah,
he won. It doesn't matter if we caught him after he died. If he died, he won.
And Bernie Madoff like almost won. Like he
really
kind of won. Like he won but lost. But like
at the last second, man. Like he could have made it.
I think it's the type of thing where like, think about it like in like the NFL. Like there's a lot of football seasons. Yeah. So he won the Super Bowl for a bunch of years. Like he has rings. He just ended up losing the big Super Bowl at the end, and then, you know, then they found out he was cheating, so they took him all away. But like everyone's like, okay, like he still won. Like he still had his whole life of money and stuff like that.
It doesn't matter how much Super Bowl you win; it's how much you lose.
What do you mean?
Because you could win the house 100 times, but the last 101 time you lose everything.
Oh yeah, well that's because yeah, I guess.
Why can I be the house? It'll be like Pinchy girl at house. How you doing over here? I should win everything.
Because you're not Native American.
Well, you could do sports betting online with like DraftKings and stuff.
You could just be DraftKings, you're saying?
Yeah, because like they legalized it in 2019. Thanks, U.S. government.
Because they were like, our citizens are not messed up enough. We need to legalize sports gambling.
And then we have a bunch of geniuses betting on Mike Tyson winning.
Who?
Mike Tyson winning the Jake Paul fight.
Oh,
Yeah,
what were the odds on that?
I think if you bet on Mike Tyson, you would like get like if you bet $1, you get like $1.03. If you bet $1 on Mike Tyson, you get like $5 back.
What if you put it on Jake Paul?
Oh, you get $1.03.
$1.03, and if you bet on Mike Tyson, you get $5 back.
I think that was like all the way when they announced it like a couple months ago. That was the odds because Mike Tyson wasn't winning.
Because the guy's a grandpa.
Yeah, well, like when like
people paid. Was it a pay-per-view fight?
no with Netflix.
Oh, fine.
If you had like Netflix, apparently it wasn't very good. The streaming. Apparently, like they crashed all over the place.
Oh yeah.
They weren't ready for live streaming.
One day this podcast is gonna be like that.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh my goodness, Netflix, we have to stop it. It's just too successful."
The Shicker At Shacaris one. The Shicker At Shacaris goes live, dude.
No,
and then
we'll have like a nice audio. We have like a nice studio.
Studio audience.
Oh,
so
yeah.
at least somebody will enjoy
No,
it.
but like what we need? We need like good memorabilia all over the place. So like the Yankees, you want to make me customize like a shirt, like like to put on my wall, like.
Well, that's genius. Or
And
you could just get.
I think that one of the Jewish radios, one of the Jewish people had a radio station, like some guy who knew country or something, and he customized stuff from the Yankees because he was big enough radio dude.
I feel like once you become a big enough radio dude, do you really care about getting customized stuff from the Yankees?
Yes, it's all you do it for. Like, do you think Joe Rogan is happy?
I know.
Do you think Joe Rogan is happy?
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is. Jewish people want customized stuff from the Yankees. Goyim don't care.
No, Joe Rogan won't be complete unless he gets the customized jersey from the Yankees. I'm telling you. Once he does it, he might just quit. That's why the Yankees is holding off.
Oh, nah.
Yeah.
I don't think people care about baseball anymore except for Jews and Mexicans. Like whatever, all of South America.
And
Mexicans.
Japan.
Mexican means all of South America, right?
No, that's like Latino, I think. But like also Japan.
No. But when you hear someone say Mexican, do you think they're talking about just a guy from Mexico?
Yeah.
Or they could be talking
Mexico.
about anything?
Yeah, Mexico. But also Puerto Ricans and Japanese care about baseball a lot. One of the Japanese guys,
Dude, Puerto Rico is just America, man.
It is, but they don't have any rights. They can't vote. They don't like have any senators. What do they?
They don't pay like tons of taxes though.
They don't. Cause you don't pay federal taxes that you don't have like a right to vote.
Dude, I would take that. I don't care about voting.
My goodness, see, people like you is why Anthony Esposito didn't win his re-election.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, he is my boy.
What's his name?
Anthony Esposito.
Where was he running?
Nassau County.
I wouldn't have been able to vote here anyways.
I know, but like people like you, like I know people like you in Nassau County, and they didn't vote for him. And it was a.
Is he a cracker? What did he do?
No, he is a police officer. It was 49.1 to like 50.9.
Wow.
It was so close, and if
only the Jewish people came out there a little stronger.
Yeah,
right?
Anthony Esposito would have won.
What would he have done for us?
Oh, he's like an ex-police officer, and he loves Nassau County, and I love people who love Nassau County.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, he's like very pro-Israel.
Ooh, there you go. Have the what is it, a mayor or something?
No,
government.
He's
like a big boy.
Yeah, he'd be a representative. Yeah, he would represent me.
Representative. Nassau County has their own representative.
Yeah, I think it's huge. I don't think you know.
Big.
It's really big.
Where does it go to? Like what?
It's number 4th congressional district in New York.
Number 4th. The fourth biggest one, you're saying?
No, number 4 district of there's like 23. Nassau County, I don't think, is the most expensive county in the U.S. with the average house price being $800,000.
Wow. With
some of the most expensive listings in the world. Like we have like a section near my house, like it's like a 7-minute drive. Mansions. They filmed movies.
What's
those
it
mansions.
called?
I forgot the place. It's what the area is called. Mansion. They filmed
like Hewlett Harbor.
No, it's a different place. But where they filmed movies in all these houses. That's how like big and expensive they are.
Dang, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I wish I had some of that money.
Well, like I feel like you wouldn't want to. Maybe like it's a double-edged sword. Like obviously like whenever you live in somewhere like that, you have the economic opportunities because you're around money. At the same time, all these houses just cost so much money. So,
yeah, getting it.
Like it's if you win, you win, and if you don't, you don't. But that's anywhere. That's gonna be anywhere.
Anywhere Jewish, really.
Anywhere. Where because if you don't live somewhere Jewish or like rich, then you're not around rich people, so you're not gonna get such good jobs.
Like if I was not Jewish, my job what I would do.
Let me guess. Everyone says this. I would go to
name this country
Yeah.
where name this country where the
Philippines.
dollar just shreds them, and just be the king. I get it.
Yeah, Philippines.
I get it.
I do an
get it.
online job making like $1,000 a week and just retire young. in
Yeah,
Philippines.
dude, just be the king over them.
Yeah.
Or you could just live like a poor person, but just make so much money here, and then just like really save everything, invest well, try to invest well. I mean,
Or you can just go to the Philippines.
no, but then after like a few years, just go to the Philippines and be like extra king. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be like
King or like Supreme King.
yeah, you want to be like Supreme Leader Admiral General Aladdin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Supreme King Overlord Bartholomew.
Did you see The Dictator?
No, I did not.
You see any Sacha Baron Cohen movies?
No, I have not. All I know is that
That's really good.
All I
That's
know
good
is he
for
got
you.
sued for one of them because he made the Romani people think they were in a documentary and they make fun of them.
Wait, which people?
Romani.
Vermani?
Romani. The gypsy.
Romani.
Yeah, the gypsies are called Romani now.
Oh,
Yeah.
what in Borat?
No, in real life.
In the
I know
In-
one of his movies he had Romani people and he said they were a documentary. It was one of the movies. He made fun of all of them and he got like sued by like crazy from them.
oh, like in Romania.
No, not all Romani are from Romania. Romani actually come, I think, ethnically from India.
He went to Romania for Borat. He went to Romania, and
There were Romani in Romania. Not actually related to like the country, but
dude,
like
potato. This is what happened. He was in Romania, and he was pretending it was Kazakhstan, and he was telling them all this. And then,
Kazakhstan.
yes, the whole thing, and then he was just like he's telling them like he was telling them that like all this stuff, and then like he just like everything he said, he's like they didn't speak English, so they didn't understand anything he was doing, so like it was just hilarious. It was
I trust you.
yeah, dude, don't watch it. It's not good to watch.
I assume so because all my friends tell me not to watch it.
By the way, when somebody tells you not to watch a movie,
Yeah.
that means you definitely have to watch that
Well,
movie.
I trust their judgment. I'm a very trusting guy.
I know, that's the thing. No, you shouldn't watch the movie, but that's because it's such a messed up movie, but it's so amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, as in, you can't watch it. It's usher to watch.
Yeah.
But it's the best movie ever in world history.
But
It's so good. That's every movie, by the way. No good movie is like, yeah, dude, let's just watch this amazing movie. It's
that's
like,
why.
no.
That's why I will make the best movies. I'll make short films, kosher short films.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Oh, I love how you're so supportive of my journey.
I'm supportive, but I'm more skeptical of any time someone's like, yo, I'm going to make this good Jewish thing. I'm like,
What you gotta do is just like have old women have nasally voices, and not exist, and what else? Really bad props.
yeah, that's already a great way. Sounds like a really good movie. I'm sure people are going to love it.
And you should make it a comedy. You make it a comedy, it'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, you could make it.
That's a Jewish movie. Don't understand. They're a comedy, but they pretend they're serious. You gotta,
What is so far there been that's Jewish that they tried to make like the Jweish people made? That was good.
None, but The Edge is my favorite movie of all time.
The Edge?
Or the Jewish movie. You need to watch it with friends while like drinking alcohol. It's the best movie of all time.
What, you drink? I thought you were 18.
Play the fifth. Anywho,
Fit.
I played the fifth. The fish. Anyways, it's about like a British person from Chicago. Because for the real, no British people have British accents. And basically, he goes to the IDF, becomes religious, and then gets injured, and then has the worst date life of all time. Realizes the mom's then learns he's not a mom's with his mother's nasally voice telling him that his first father was her first husband was Jweish, so her marriage never existed to begin with. So he can now marry his like, no, he couldn't marry the mafia guy's daughter. Could he like try to kill him? But like the point is, it's a great movie.
He wanted to marry the mafia guy's daughter?
Yeah, and then the mafia guy sent like hitmen after him, and then he decided to marry the Gare, who became religious because she broke her leg during snowboarding, and no woman is seen. You don't see them. It just pans out. He just talks about the date, and if there's a woman needs to talk, it's just a highly nasaled person. It's a great. You should watch it.
I will. Let's do it.
We have to watch it together.
Is it a good movie?
Oh my god, with friends, and you should laugh about it. It is a great comedy. That's the thing. Jewish movies have to go into the comedy aspect, because they can make a great comedy.
You're saying this movie is not supposed to be funny?
No, Jewish movies think they're serious, but you need to. They need to make They need to pretend. They need to know what they are. They're great at making comedies.
They're just not. They just don't realize it.
Yeah, there's something actually the Yiddish group called Under the Bench or something, It's basically what they are is they make the problem is all in Yiddish, but they make very high class performance plays. Like their special effects are so good, like Broadway, like they get actual Broadway people to help the props, and they say that their props are like actually like top tier.
Oh, this is like plays
Yeah, it's all
for women.
No, men.
For men,
It is apparently some of the best. Like
what like a man wants to go watch these plays
it is, they get sold out in like 20 minutes
to women,
to men.
to all men watching the plays.
Yeah.
Hasidish men.
Yes, it is. I learned about it like this. Like Rosh Hashanah, it's apparently in circus. It's like one of the biggest things in like Yiddish speaking circles. It is. They also have like film Any Goodbye, and they have really expert level like they're like actual stunts like they like get like actual motorcycles to do it on like stage. They get like they got like actually like great stuff. But the problem is all in Yiddish. But I'm reading about they have like an expert person to make them all their costumes. I'm like, I need to watch this. I just don't know Yiddish. I want to watch this.
Yeah, yeah. I just like, honestly, I just caught myself up completely from music, TV, everything, Jewish, non-Jewish, because I'm just like, look, like, I don't care enough. Like, there's some Jewish stuff that I like, whatever, but like, I just can't do it. I don't know.
What do you mean by you can't do it?
I just can't do the Jewish thing.
But what about the non-Jewish things? You can't do that either?
I just try, like, as in, it's easy to watch, but I'm trying to, like, trying to not be influenced. Because even stuff that's, like, technically clean, you could just be, you know, I feel
it's not, yeah, I had a rabbi, 12th grade, great rabbi, and he had some very harsh language about, like, all these, like, clean movies, because they're not really clean.
They're not, whatever. It's just, yeah, look, a lot of, to say that, like,
okay, let's talk
that,
about
like,
the little Mermaid. Okay, she's not Sneeze. Done. Boom. Every Disney princess movie, not Sneeze. Done. Like,
yeah.
if you think about it, like, you can't say, okay, Shlomo, we want you to be a nice Jewish boy. Here's the Little Mermaid, and then like, okay, well, if you're showing him like a half-naked woman, like, what's he supposed to do?
He's like raised on the Little Mermaid. He watches the Little Mermaid before he even knows how to talk.
It's like, okay, great. So you put a half-naked woman in front of a child, and you want it to be a nice Hasidic boy. Like, no. Or you want to be a nice Jewish boy. Not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You can't like do it and like you have to go one way or the other.
And guess what? That was when we were kids. Well, I was a kid, or people even older than me were kids. What they have now, I'm guessing the Little Mermaid wasn't the worst they've ever made. You know?
Yeah, probably like it was nowadays. Like parents don't know to parent. What happened? Like whether like my generation of parent is good, and then like
Dude,
one step lower.
It's not about parenting. I think parenting was either always bad or good. If you're a good parent, you're a good parent. If you're not, you're not. It's just the stakes are higher now because kids just have way more access to a bunch of garbage. So like they just go to those unhealthy things when they have bad parents.
But like, who's like, okay, here's an iPad, like knocking yourself out. Like, I think we all agree it's bad parenting even to begin with. Like,
yeah, fine, but it's not like bad parenting these days. You know what I'm saying? Bad parents 100 years ago would have done the same thing. They just didn't have iPads. It's not like they're worse parents. It's just they have iPads now.
Oh, maybe. Well, like, it's
and
crazy these days.
And a lot of people are smoking weed nowadays. Like 45-year-olds parents, like they're doing it.
You know what's whack? 10 years ago, if you said you were smoking weed, we would call you a crazy person. Probably call the police, arrest you, and not let you near our high school or middle school, elementary school, anything.
I mean, I was doing it 10 years ago.
Okay, we know you were, but like everybody else.
Most of the kids in high school, like high school kids, it was normal. But like people were, you know, if you were an adult male doing it, it would definitely raise questions.
Yeah, like they would arrest you. It was a legal substance.
It's hard to say arrest, but you would not be looked upon socially with the same okayness that you're looked upon now. You're saying you would get arrested, but
people had a criminal record. People went to jail. There are people still in jail for possession of marijuana.
I'm guessing that the people still in jail are, possession with intent to sell.
No, there's some people who would not intend to sell and are still in jail because they haven't got around to freeing them yet.
Why? Because they were smoking a blunt and the cop found them?
Yeah, they found in the car and they're like, okay, you're going to jail now, and there were some people still in jail. That's like, well, it's no longer illegal, but there's still it was an illegal substance.
Look,
now
if
it's
that's
like,
true, that's crazy.
yeah, now it's like, oh yay, weed, let's just have fun.
Yeah, it's moved on real quick. But is it really? There's on the one hand there's society,
it
but
had great PR. Not
look,
gonna lie.
look. On the one hand, there's society, which it definitely takes society down, and it's not good. But on the other hand, it's like, is it really the government that should be telling us what to do in that situation? Like, do you feel like the government should be telling people that they can't smoke weed? It should be you should be allowed to.
Here's the thing about
But
a
it's
government.
ruining the
Here's
society.
the thing about a government. No one says when a government bans opioids or bans heroin is bad. The thing about a government is it works as I ask for security. In exchange, I give up some freedoms. I ask for security from being killed. In exchange, I'm not allowed to kill anybody else. I ask for security, safety, like stuff. Now I have to give up some of my money. I have to give up some of my rights to do certain things, like doing drugs.
Yeah.
But that is the thing about the government. Now, we, as a collective group, decided to say that weed is totally safe. Is that totally safe? I don't know. It's probably not that safe, but compared to other drugs, it's much more lenient. And there is some medicinal qualities to marijuana. So, no one's arguing on that. But, like, this whole, like, 180 in the past couple of years is really, like crazy.
Yeah, well, it didn't come out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
It really did. It was like,
No.
you doing it, you're like a crackhead.
Yeah, but it was, I guess maybe I don't know the history of it. I'm guessing the late 60s when they were having the whole thing.
When they were having, when the
I'm guessing
the countercultural revolution and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure like it was a build up. Like it was more and more okay. More kids in high school were doing it. Like in my class when it was technically not okay, at the by 12th grade, which was 2015.
Yo, I was in 4th grade.
That by 2015.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most of the kids in my class had smoked weed. Like
Have
maybe
you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How did it feel?
It's okay. I don't know.
Well,
It's not great.
like-
It's over. I think it's overrated.
Did you feel like less pain or something?
I don't know if that's the way to describe it. It's kind of just like your brain's kind of googy. I don't know, fuzzy. It's nice. It's nice. It's not like amazing.
Anything you could describe it like what like
No, you
waking
can't.
up half asleep or something?
It's hard. Yeah, I can't describe it. I haven't done it in a really long time, anyways. And I just don't think it's that great. So like, I feel like when you see stoners, like even when I was younger and I was like do it a little bit, like I didn't do it that much, but like when people would be stoners, I would just be like, yo, like,
Get a life?
why are you so obsessed with this thing? It's not that good. But like people would be like people would turn into their identity. I was just like,
I mean,
all
like,
right, that's interesting.
Rastafarianism does have it as a big part of their religion.
Yeah, that's definitely. Look, if people look at that and they're like, wow, that's the type of guy I want to be, and they see like a smelly dude with dreads, like, dude, all the power to you, my man. Like, really go for it. But like, if that's not what's pulling you, then maybe you want to reconsider.
Maybe. Yeah. Like, drugs in general is a very scary topic with how prevalent they are in these schools, as you were saying, that with weed.
Yeah.
But like, I remember I was reading on the Mishpacha. There's an anti-vape thingy campaign. It is like the problem with like lanky people and everything, but like they were saying that her son was in 7th grade.
Lanky people.
Lanky people, very like skinny people.
Tall and skinny.
Yeah, their lungs are very thin, so when they vape, they have a higher chance of having a collapsed lung, which could knock people out for like at least a month. It's very painful, and I think if they don't get emergency help in a fast enough period, I think technically could die.
That's not what you want.
Yeah, like vaping, we don't know 100%. I mean, we know anything that goes in the lung could cause cancer. Like, it's a proven thingy. But like the woman, she was in the mishpacha, she was saying that her son, he was peer pressured to having a vape, and he had an allergic reaction to something in the vape. And he went to the hospital, and then he was fine. But that vape was a THC vape. In schools, you cannot have THC. It's the hallucination effects from the drugs, which means he's now dealing with the juvie court in like Florida now.
Why? But they didn't catch him with it.
No, but since he admitted to vaping in school and it was a THC vape.
Oh.
I mean, like vaping in general, like what like my mother when I was like young already, she was like, don't smoke. Smoking is very bad. It could cause death. So I'm like, wait, stuff in your lungs, no good. Like, didn't no parent ever tell their child that like was vaping is like, like.
So look, I was over this past summer. I was doing this the YLX.
Oh, I like
program.
what the youth learning experience.
What?
Youth learning experience.
Yeah, learning with some of the guys.
Yo, the guys.
I had some guys who were all 14 years old.
14, yeah.
And they loved vaping. You think they needed me to tell them that vaping wasn't healthy? You think they needed me to tell them that?
No,
I did tell them that.
They needed someone to tell them that when they were younger because it's too late now.
No, they already knew when they were younger. They don't care.
Why?
They care more about looking cool because they're
but
14.
Vaping doesn't look cool. It looks like you're smoking a USB stick. At least like smoke a cigarette.
Pinchas, if you're 14 years old and you think something is cool but you know it's unhealthy,
no, but like
there's a really
but a vape doesn't even look cool.
Okay, it's cool now.
No, it's not. Like
If
you smoke a vape, you look nerdy. Like at least a cigarette, you look kind of cool, but like cigarette's like killing you. So you
Being
don't look
nerdy is cool in some circles, but
bro, you ain't getting married like that. Don't be nerdy unless you're a cool nerd.
You don't need to convince me that vaping isn't cool. I'm telling you that kids, even though their mommy tells them, they still don't do it. I know it's surprising. I know you're floored right now.
I really am floored. Like,
I know you're floored right now. Even though some kids' mommy will tell them that vaping isn't good, they're still going to do it anyways because they want their friends to think they're cool. And then they're just going to be, 18, 19, 27, 28, and they're just going to be like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, and it's going to be too late.
That's why you should read Alan Carr's Guide to Stop Vaping.
Yep, and then hopefully be one of the few people who actually stops doing it
afterwards. I mean, no, his method is proven to work.
Yeah, but what are the numbers?
A lot. We could check. I mean, like, he's got like a very good success rate.
I'm sure, but you know what the success rate of like rehabs are, let's say?
How much?
I'm pretty sure it's 83%.
That's a pretty good success rate.
No.
83 don't work.
83% aren't good. 17% don't relapse from going to rehabs.
Wow, only 17 success rate.
83% do.
Yeah.
But it's still worth it. It's still worth it to make rehabs and stuff like that because we're trying to save. I guess we're trying to save the 17%.
Someone in yeshiva who's using his guide to lose weight, and they're saying it does work. You should do
We're not talking about losing weight. We're talking about keeping it off.
Okay, I don't know. I've lost weight and I've kept it all off.
I've lost weight too. I gained some back, lost some more, gained some back, working out.
By Lock Bomber time, I was 230. I'm now like 210, maybe less. And like some days I just wouldn't. You know how I get then? Some days I just wouldn't eat. I'm like fine now. I don't have any like food disorder. I'm not gaining it all back. People are just weak. I'm telling you. There's no food disorder these days.
Yeah,
it's all in their heads.
Yeah, whatever. Everyone's weak nowadays.
Therapy's a lie. Okay, I'm gonna get canceled now. Great. The great 3 episodes with you guys.
Therapy is like it's not gonna solve all your problems. It's just gonna help you like be somewhat aware, and you're like, dang.
No,
I'm aware of all my problems now.
It could solve your problems, but you need to be the one to solve it. It just shows you what you need to do, and some people don't want to see it, and some people don't have the energy to go through with it.
Yeah. Well, there's always more problems to see, also. So.
Yeah, and also if you don't have a licensed therapist, they could mess over. Like,
I think even licensed people, whatever.
Licensed people could mess you over. Yeah.
It is what it is. I think
know with that famous children's author, Jewish children's author, 2 years ago.
Yeah, that definitely was what it was over there. But yeah, that was tough. Maybe he was still a good therapist.
I think he was. That's why he got into that position of power.
Let me ask you a question.
You may ask me whatever you want.
When this guy was becoming a therapist, was he thinking, Man, I'm just gonna become a therapist, and then I'm just gonna be a complete animal.
You know what that reminds? Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think he was thinking, or was he
I
thinking,
feel like
or was he thinking, I want to help save the world? Two
I
options.
feel like you go in with good intentions. It's like all these celebrities, like Jeff, like Epstein and Madoff. No one, when they're a young person, they have all these dreams and aspirations. And when they go into the business, they go in with what they want to do, and then life comes in, desires, maybe a need they need like to prove themselves, and they go down the slippery slope, which they don't realize until they got caught in.
Yeah, I think it happens. Like, yeah, this is what happens. I'm pretty sure we have a guy, let's say therapist type of guy, right?
Yeah.
And like for some reason he's in a situation where like, girls are coming in,
Yes.
and he's doing therapy, and they're and then like after like some amount of time, he's like before right when he right like for a while the thought doesn't even come into his head,
Yeah.
but then the thought comes into his head and he fights away the thought because he knows that they're vulnerable girls in his office. He keeps fighting the thought. He keeps fighting it. He could go for a really long time, but one, he has the thought and he doesn't say. The big mistake is starting. I guess it's bad. But once you have the thought and you continue to do the work, to do that to work with girls like that, then you could be, I'm saying, then you could become, then you could be, that it's your fault in a sense. But he kept fighting the thought until he was finally like, I'm not fighting it anymore, and he just went with it.
That's why yichud is such an important thing. And like if the lot of yichud with therapists are very, very, each person to his own love. But if the lot of yichud were kept there, he would right now be he would have no problems whatsoever right now.
Yeah.
Even if he wanted to do something bad, he would not be in a position.
He wouldn't have been able to, and he wouldn't, as in, we don't know. We don't know. A lot. It could be that he, he was going through, he was like learning all this stuff to be like, yo, I'm going to take advantage of women.
But if the lot of yichud were kept, then even if he wanted to, he would have to do a lot more effort to do what he wanted to do, and it's much harder.
It wouldn't have been able to happen.
He would probably be still alive nowadays. He would probably be writing his book series, and he would still probably be a very important person, who had a lot. Remember, he had Guttle's ears. Like he was like the person who knew Haredi youth. Like he was the man.
You think he ever went to one of these mikubalim, and like these mikubalim, like
The fake ones, the real ones.
I guess the real ones. I don't know.
I don't know which
I've never experienced it for real, but I've heard it where people like could look you in the eyes and tell you stuff about you. Do you ever think he went to one of these people and they looked him in the eyes and they told him what was going on with him?
No.
Or like anyone knew? Anyone chopped? Any of these gedolim? Like any of them chopped anything or no?
The thing is that when gedolim do have knowledge, but like at the end of the day, they still are human.
What about a real like psychoanalytic type of person who's like able to pick up on people? You think they were able to look at this guy and be like, "Whoa, this guy's
he probably knows what he's
like,
doing.
whoa, this guy's a sicko." Like, do you think anybody was able to cop that?
Also, like, the Medrash is Moshe that they painted the face, and a king got a guy to paint his face, and he sent it to one of those people who know how to read faces, and they said that Moshe has like credible anger issues.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there's a Medrash like that, and then there was the king. He went to Moshe. He's like, Moshe, he went in live and he brought the face analyst because the face, like, maybe the painter didn't paint on. The face analyst said, no, this guy definitely has tons of anger issues. So he went over to the king with Moshe. He's like, oh, what's going? Like, can you explain this to me? All these people are telling me that you should have all these anger issues. He's like, no, I do. I have a ton of anger issues. I just worked on myself that I don't have. I don't act on them. Like with Rabbi Victor Miller, he said when Aaron and his son, when they're the first day of doing the Mishkan, they did it wrong, and Moshe got angry. So what Rabbi Victor Miller said, he said it wasn't that Moshe just got angry. He looked like he was gonna murder them. He had like he said like he was like frothing. He was like screaming, yelling, like kicking. But he said that Moshe wasn't angry because to give into your anger is one of the most dangerous things. But you got to act like it. So people do have these tendencies, and you could pick up with them, but people could still like work over them and become like functional members of society.
That's not the question. I hear what you're saying. It's a beautiful point and a beautiful story, but There is a difference between seeing the potential of somebody and seeing on somebody's face that he's being a bad boy. You know,
I don't
and
know.
I think
It's really hard to see if someone's being a
I
bad
think
boy,
that
especially if they're a therapist.
I think there's people that are able to like pick up on these uncertain like real social subtleties. I'm not one of those people, but I'm
Are those
able to
people
like
really
have
real?
some.
Like
I'm able to have some good calls. I think there's people who just have it, and I don't think it's studied. I think it's natural. Maybe it's somewhat studied also. You could probably study some of this stuff, but I think there's some
Like
people who
body
could like
language?
pick stuff up about people, and I'm just wondering if anybody ever met this guy and was like, "Yo, this guy is a sick man."
maybe.
Because I think there's people out there that could pick that sort of thing up about people.
But even you do, you're like, maybe I'm just crazy because like remember he's very highly respected.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously did a great job covering it up. But if you're doing something for so long, a lot of times like you will get sloppy because your ego is just gonna just juice you up like crazy.
You always get you always get caught in the end.
I mean, that's what we think.
It's-
You either get caught in you and you die.
But how much people do after they die that they just hit something? Not like that we painted a false narrative that they're good people, but like that they actually just hid the bad stuff they did.
I don't know. I feel like it was also. I feel like we're in a generation where things get caught, or get found out more quickly, more easily.
That is one of the benefits to social media is that it is much easier to speak out against people who are doing wrong.
Yo, I'm stoked about apparently the dude that Trump is putting in as FBI is like, yo, we're releasing that Epstein list. You heard about that?
Yeah, I did.
What do you think? You think they're gonna actually release it or not?
I hope they do.
What do you think?
I don't think it will happen.
What do you think that Vegas odds would be on them? Like, if you put $1, how much money would you make back if they actually release that list within like the next?
150. Yeah, half and half. I don't.
You say you put in $1, you get back $1.50.
No, not $1.50. You probably given $1, you probably get $1 back.
Ooh.
It's probably going either way. It is really the Epstein list. I don't think will ever come out, but Trump is known to do very interesting things.
I think that Trump might be known to like kind of overpromise a little bit, which is a politician move. Fine.
Well, overpromising on what you can, what you won't do, and overpromising stuff that you try to do are two different things.
That I hear.
Remember,
that I hear.
What do you think he's gonna make? Like the president of Mexico pay for it? Everybody knew he would never. You not get paper of the wall. Everybody knew that wasn't happening.
Well, he was trying to do it in a certain way. I think he was trying to do it by through tariffs or something like that. Like not fully.
Oh, okay, but like some stuff like we know, and he does, and they did check like compared to every other president before him, he did keep the most of his campaign promises or something.
Yeah.
But like, this is also him promising. It's the guy he's doing his FBI who said he'll do it. What's the name? I forgot the name. All these people are just going.
I don't know. But you want to know something? What I realized I felt about Trump. I feel like all of Trump's supporters, even though they love Trump, they're still deeply like they still have this deep influence by the left media on their feeling of Trump, and they're like Trump is crazy. Trump is this. Trump, I think, is actually he's actually a complete genius. If you ever hear him talk, not to his base, but to like a regular interview.
Yeah, he talks about
he's a complete genius. Also, he's not that crazy. It's just that people kind of believe the narrative that he's painted to be crazy. He's a little bit out there, but he's not crazy like that.
He definitely is very, what's it called again? Extreme. So I don't know if it's a bad extreme.
I don't think he's so extreme.
No, he is. He's extreme. Now I don't know if
he's painted to be. He's really painted to be extreme.
People paint that if you're extreme, you're bad. No, sometimes we need extreme. He is an extreme person, and that is in a leader. As long as it's not too over the top, is a very good trait. It does paint for a strong leader.
Do you think that America's even savable at this point?
Yeah, I don't believe that America's gone too far down.
I just feel like I'll go with two ways, which I think they are. Obviously societally with all the nastiness, it's hard to like reverse that course.
No, it's a very easy way to fix everything.
I don't know if it's so easy to reverse that
Oh,
course
no,
because
always-
people are. I mean, look, do people do people have a spirituality inside of them that has a higher calling? Sure, but I think to fight off that nastiness that we have in the society, which we're so used to, which we don't have a reference of other societies as much, but like we kind of know it's bad, but we don't really know it's bad because we don't know what it's like to live in, let's say, you know, grow up in the Beis Hamikdash with Shlomo Melech for a crazy, you know, just that's like a crazy like comparison.
Yeah,
But like we don't know anything what it was like to live in like so many other times in human history. A lot of times it was just, you know, if you lived in Europe, then you would just wake up one day and, you know, some sort of like army was just killing everybody in your town.
yeah.
But
Europe was not a fun time.
but then whatever. So then there's that, you know, society, you know, tough to reverse. I mean, you argue with me, fine.
no, all you need is a common enemy. It's like China.
No, that's not
once
what
you
I'm
make
talking
a
about.
war,
I'm
you
talking
you
about-
you,
I'm
you
talking
bring
about
people together. Once you bring
how
people
to-
together, you could break the bonds.
That's not what I was talking about.
But,
So I have to
okay,
explain
what
whatever
do you
I'm saying.
mean?
I'm saying that like, why does every 10-year-old Jewish kid want to listen to rap music? They don't want to listen to Mordechai Shapiro. They love rap music. Everyone loves it.
Okay.
Their
The thing is,
their brains
Jewish
are getting
music
their brains are
is
getting
10 years behind.
I don't care about Jewish music. I'm talking about the
We-
fact that
because guess
Pinchas,
what?
every kid is on TikTok, Instagram. They're listening to all this garbage. They're frying their brains, and it's very hard to replace that. Trump as
They're
a
done.
president isn't able to reverse the way the world is and how this crazy influence in our mind to like really
Well,
take a
no,
hold
they're
on
trying
how
to-
messed up the
they're
internet
trying-
is. It's crazy.
Okay, so the thing about the internet is, if you're ensnared by it, I'm not down to help you. It's too hard. What we gotta do is prevent more children. I'm ready to cut them. I'm ready to cut off the people off. And there are rabbis who are prepared to save people off from the internet, but I am not. I want to go on a crusade against the internet from the beginning to stop
Okay, but
children from getting ensnared.
as the greater America, we definitely want to help the Jewish kids, and we can, and there's definitely whatever we could do something like that. But as the big country of 330 million people plus,
360 something million, I think.
yeah, that live here, you know, the rabbi in the five towns isn't going to be able to help, you know, Bobby out there in Colorado.
Well, that's
And that we're a whole big country of people who are going south fast,
That
rocket
is-
ship down, bro.
This is why I think very I guess never really spoke this before, but interfaith communication needs to be more.
I don't know what that is.
Basically, we need the rabbis, we need the priests, we need the whoever's in charge of the mosques, whoever's in charge of the Hindus, and they come together and say there is a big problem facing the religious communities, and we need to get together.
Most of America is not part of these. Is
No,
not
no, no,
is
no.
not deeply entrenched in a religious
Okay,
community.
great. No.
Talk about the
I
whole-
don't think
talk about the
you
whole
understand
country.
how powerful the Catholic Church is. They have a lot of money. If they say we have a problem with internet and we need to go make a campaign against it, the Catholic Church decides to put in money. There will be it will affect people that are not even religious.
I
have a lot of money.
appreciate that.
The religious people know the problem, and they are the only one that really have the ability to save them to stop this.
I think that there's a lot of people out there that have money that know like or that have influence. Like I never listen to his stuff so much, but like let's say Jordan Peterson, that guy kind of knows that it's not good. But like here we are. He's just on it all day now. People just scroll through him. You know, like the guy telling you not to watch YouTube videos is on YouTube, and then you just watch the next YouTube video afterwards. Sick.
Yeah, it is a very, very slippery slope. Didn't the Surgeon General want to put on when you go into Facebook that this is a mental health problem, just like every time you buy a pack of cigarettes that says this will kill you?
Yeah, you know how many people that stops?
Nobody, but the thing is, the fact it's there will give you a pause. Australia has banned social media for anybody under 16. Now, how easy is it to implement? It's not, but what they are saying is that TikTok, Twitter, and all these stuff, they need to check the algorithms. And if it looks like they say, "Oh, I'm 21," but they're acting like 16-year-olds, well, kick them off.
Look, I mean, maybe Trump could do something, but you know, it's hard to get something through Congress when their bread is getting buttered by Amazon,
Big tech.
Google, Facebook.
That is probably one of the problems with a democracy. Which is better than every other type of government basically.
Is it? I mean, halachically, we have the Jews with a king.
But the king has a limited power set. He does. Like he's not all powerful, and
I think we're just influenced by the fact that we grew up in a democracy and everyone tells us it's the best, that's the best. But I don't know for sure. Like I want to really actually think about it as opposed to just being my whole life program that's the best.
Look. A Jewish king does not have unlimited power. He doesn't.
Well, there's also halacha.
Yeah, there's halacha, there's also the rabbis, and I feel like there's like another power authority. I don't know. I'm not that good with the whole like how kings work, but if you have a corrupt king, everything's gone. That's the problem with a king. So with a democracy, your problem is
You have to corrupt everybody.
no, who is paying off which governor or which senator. So there's always problems with every state of government, but at least with a democracy, we could with enough digging, you can figure out what's the problem.
I want to say my second point also because
You may say it.
we have to get to that point, which I think is another reason why America is unsavable. But that is another. That's for
later.
Soon.
Soon.
I just want to know if you were a politician.
Yeah.
How long would it take you to become corrupt?
Oh, me? Oh, already?
I would, if I wanted to become a politician, I would just go straight to the companies and be like, dude, anything you want, I will do it. I will do everything you want.
Well, you could.
I am
you
not
could
self-serving. I am serving you.
You could just do insider trading and like get like within like 2 years just be
Yeah, you
rich.
figure out the insider trading thing. But to get there, I'm like, Mark,
Zuckerberg.
Jeff, let me
Elon,
know. Let me know what you need.
Child labor done.
I am here for you. I'm not even gonna be. I'm just gonna be a face. You have my signet ring. You know.
Yo, some biblical references going on over here.
Yes. Anyways, this is why, the other reason why I think America is not savable, or maybe it is, but just not in the short term, is just because
The national debt.
The national debt, but all the implications of it, all the different economic, deep stuff, which I've done some extensive research and learning about, and it's just very unsustainable.
You remind me of my
Because
friend.
it's the government. The government, that's one thing, but the personal debt and the business debt and the bank loan issues are another thing, and it's all being backstopped by the Federal Reserve. If the Federal Reserve would decide to not step in the next recession and print everybody and print a bunch of money to save everybody, which is not government. It's not saving the government. We're saving all the enterprises, all the banks, and all these, 2008 style sort of thing, or coronavirus style sort of thing, where they just printed to save everybody. Well,
Was that printing necessary?
Well, it depends what necessary means. In a sense, yeah.
like-
There's no way they can't print. Like every time there's a crash now, they have to print, or America's or the country's over for like 10 years. Like you have to really rebuild seriously afterwards, because it's all fried afterwards. There's no easy transfer of
I don't know
power.
if everybody needed a stimulus check.
What?
Not everybody needed a stimulus check.
Yeah, that was just the stimulus check was like
That was so much.
like pennies compared to all the stuff they.
So
I'm talking about being pretty much being able to have money flowing to the banking system, and they had and in 2022 when the SLVB or whatever, SILB or
FTX.
no, like when there was like that little banking crisis, the
Oh,
Silicon
yeah,
Valley Bank.
Yeah, the two banks.
So there was actually 5.
So there's 5?
And they had to backstop all those so nobody lost their money.
Yeah.
Then they had a whole bank lending program for the past couple of years, where they were just sending money to banks, because if not, there would have just been like a serious crisis, because like they were getting wrecked on a lot of like buildings that they own, like commercial real estate, office building loans.
Corona did kill commercial real estate, really.
What?
Corona really killed commercial real estate.
Yeah, they killed
it's
something
really
they killed something that was kind of dying already. Like a lot of commercial real estate was like was just it was just a it was kind of like a thing where it was just part of it was from low interest rates causing the price of real estate to go up really high,
Yeah.
and then the price of that real estate going down and people having loans on it, so they're underwater on their loans.
Yeah.
So then now people are just more underwater. Coronavirus only made it worse, and we're still here. They're still kind of like patching it up, but at some point there is going to be some sort of destruction from it, and then they're going to print out of it, and it's just going to be that same thing going over and over again.
I just love America, boy.
And that's the thing, and that's the problem. So it'll end, and either the dollar is just going to be worthless. Even though it's hard to say that, because there's also like there's this whole world reserve currency thing where right now there's actually a dollar shortage in the world, so the dollar going up right now against all these other world currencies.
I love how money works.
And wrecking them.
I love how money works. You're losing, but actually you're winning.
Yeah.
I love America.
The dollar, we may be losing to the price of bread,
but we're winning against the yen. Let's go, America.
Yeah, like, it's a shame.
Like, I have a question. Like, with all this money, like, when I'm going dating and I have to like pay for like $50 for like 1 gallon of gas, and I have to like buy the girl like a Coke, like, what do I do then? Do I just like sell my kidney or something? Like, what do I do? Does my kidney also go down in value?
Well, you have to figure out, if you're expecting that there's going to be this thing called inflation, really nasty, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to figure out a way that you're gonna have to figure out how to use that as an opportunity.
Oh well, isn't inflation good for exporting?
Inflation's good for exporting, yeah, which is not something America likes to do anyway, so that's not really helpful.
Great, but should I invest in the pound?
I would look into investments that do well with inflation,
like,
because if you notice,
when the
dollar when the dollar went off the gold standard in 1970, 72, then pretty much what happened was 70, but
make sure 70. If you say so.
Pretty much what happened was the 72 was when the Dolphins went undefeated.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude. People get that mixed up all the time.
I didn't even know the Dolphins went undefeated. They won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they undefeated, won the Super Bowl.
Is it like ever happen again?
It almost happened. The Patriots were undefeated, and then they lost the Giants in the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay, got it. Ha, nerds.
So, anyways,
back to investments that are good with inflation.
Anyways, so they went off the gold standard. The wealth gap, like the rich to the poor, has gone up significantly.
Well, that's
coronavirus. It's gone up even way more.
Well, that's also due to how Reagan handled the economy. So he did the trickle down method of give money to the rich and then trickle down to the poor. That it has nothing to do with the gold standard going off. That has to do with how I love Reagan as a person. Politics weren't that really good. He had Reaganomics. Reaganomics were basically just as good as Bidenomics, but they were just Republican. So it's really Reagan's fault. Yay, Reagan!
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. What the thing about the gold standard is?
Well, it made the dollar decrease in value like
the gold standard. It's a very simple thing where inflation causes the price of things to go up.
Yeah.
So if you're somebody that has assets, then your assets are more money. But if you're somebody who doesn't have assets, then
your money goes down.
Then all the everything. Then your paycheck is just trying to keep up with the price of bread.
In the 70s, the paychecks they had inflation, but the paychecks went up to meet with it.
Yeah, but they're always come up later.
True. So what investments do well with inflation?
Well, these days a lot of things.
Gold
does well. Silver does well.
All types of jewelry, like gems and precious metals, like platinum and diamonds, rubies, sapphires, stuff like that.
I don't know. Could be. I assume so. I don't know this deal with the whole fake diamonds thing.
Fake diamonds! I can tell you about it. I love gems. I love jewels. I am like a woman in that regard. But please don't quote me on that. I did reports on this all the time in elementary school. So, diamonds are just carbon under pressure, right?
Okay, but what about rubies and all those things? You can't recreate them.
You could. I mean, but no one really wants to. Anywho, so point is, diamond the carbon pressure. So carbon is in every natural thing. It's all over the world. It's can't find in nature. So what they do is they take the carbon, they have a machine that can exert a lot of pressure. Boop, diamond.
That's pretty cool. And they have to cut it or just cut it.
Yeah, cut it. And the reason why they could tell it's fake, because it's perfect. Real diamonds have a little slight imperfection. They do add a bit of dirt in there, boom, no one can tell the difference. The only machine that can tell the difference is called a Sherlock Holmes machine, and it's very fragile, and it's the only thing that can tell. And outside of that, you cannot tell the difference.
That's crazy. You're saying like none of these jewelers could even do it?
No jeweler can figure out. You need a machine or your Dunsky.
Dang.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would be concerned to invest in diamonds personally just because they recreate them.
No,
Also, I would.
Diamonds, even though they can recreate them, the value is in the ones that have imperfections. Now, if they figure out to make imperfections, all diamonds are just dead. So, I don't know. Figure out other precious gems or jewelry. I think jewelry does go up usually.
I'm sure. The thing is, like, I'm not running to invest in jewelry. One, I want to keep a lot of money liquid, and so
Assets.
either
Wow.
I want two things. Either it's gonna be most of your money. I would want to keep either in something that pays you money to own it,
Like a annuity, whatever they're called again.
annuity.
Yeah, whatever they're called. They give you money every year or not, every month or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
No, why?
Because I want something that goes up in value with inflation at the same time as paying me money.
Okay,
Like let's say a stock that has a dividend.
Like Coke.
Yeah, or a stock that just buys back shares.
Well, you could have the dividend buy back your share
Yeah, but do you know what share buybacks are for stocks?
when the company buys them back for you.
The company buys back the shares for themselves.
Yeah, so they pay you.
So it's in a sense they're buying back shares and making the price of your shares go up. So it's similar to dividends.
But
As in they add buying to the stock, and when people buy stocks, the stock price goes higher.
okay.
So the company uses buying back stock to make your shares go higher.
do they get a force to buy it from you, or do they have to offer it?
They just buy it off the market. There's always buying and selling on the market.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very liquid market, so
Yeah,
they just buy it off the open market.
Look at me knowing how stocks work. So what do you think I should invest in? What is the SP 500 investing thingy? How does that work?
Well, S&P 500 hit an all-time high, so
what does it work?
If you think that there's a chance that it could go lower, maybe you'll wait.
So wait,
If you think this is the lowest it'll ever be, then you could buy right now.
so how does it work? How do I invest in the SP 500? So like BlackRock and stuff, or like what's the deal?
I think the easiest way is just any sort of brokerage and just buy the ETF SPY.
That's what's called SPY.
SPY is an ETF. It trades like a stock, and it's just the S&P 500 tracked. It's like an ETF.
Or you could just do
That's
that guy who tracks Pelosi stuff and makes your stocks purchase the same as hers.
That's definitely a good idea. The problem is that you're not getting them the same day, so you're just getting all these stocks that are all these medical things that got
and weapon manufacturers.
Okay, the weapon manufacturers. That's definitely. I mean, nowadays you don't want to buy those because Trump might try to end the wars.
Oh no, Trump! Stop my money.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so SP 500, good.
I'm guessing the Lockheed Martin dudes were not stoked when he won.
Yeah. So gold, precious metals, SP 500, and that's all.
I think if you could learn, if you're interested in learning about investing, then you could look more deep into a lot of things, and you could see different cool ideas. I like certain things. I think certain things are just cool businesses that have something called pricing power, which pretty much is that they could as inflation goes up, they'll still be able to have the same amount of customers and sell for more, like because Amazon? They have this thing called pricing power, which is pretty much that people still have to buy their thing, or people still buy their thing regardless.
Like Amazon and stuff?
Technically, I think a more pure version of that would just be Coca-Cola. The price of Coke goes higher, people are still buying it. It's kind of like a staple. So,
unlike Pfizer and stuff like that, and Johnson and
drugs,
Johnson.
Yeah, I mean that's a whole different thing.
Oh, like the pharmaceutical industry always scares me.
I think that the pharmaceutical industry is pumped up by the fact that everybody has this thing called insurance. And because everyone has the thing called insurance, they can make the price of drugs technically higher. And instead of you're like, oh, I don't want to buy this drug. It's too expensive. Well, obviously, whatever. Like, you kind of don't have the choice. But if you pay for insurance, or if the government's paying for your insurance, then the insurance company is like, well, it's this high. And then you're like, well, I don't want it to be this high. And they're like, sorry, it's this high. But it's, in a sense, I'm guessing there's some sort of collusion where they're like, the insurance companies have pretty high rates. You have no choice. And that's why the drug companies are able to charge so much, because it's all built to the insurance.
Medical is the biggest scam. It just scares me how easy it is to scam like everybody with medical.
Like dentists do it. They just like, oh, you have a cavity, and you're like, okay. And they're like, yeah, come back in. We have to, $700, and we're gonna just drill into your tooth and replace it. And you're just like really hoping that they're not lying.
I'm retiring in Panama, so
Panama. Why, you want to get kidnapped?
Oh, Panama's like a second. It's like a first world country in a third world location.
People in Panama get kidnapped.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm retiring somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, maybe by the time you retire, then Panama will be
a first world country in a first world country.
Yeah, if enough people just come over the border to America, then all these other South American countries are just gonna be so good.
It's about idea. You know the dollar's really good. Everybody just leave. You just buy all their houses.
Yeah, dude.
And we have all the land in like Argentina.
Dude, I would venture to say that not everybody who comes from those countries necessarily has a house, and if they do, you might not want to own it. But I like where your head's at, Pinchas.
Cheap land, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. We could go buy some blueberry farms in like South America. That's where all the blueberries come from.
We could make some blueberry mead for the Pinchas meadery.
That's gonna be more your thing. I'm more on like just like selling blueberries to like grocery stores
we
and
need
whatever.
To make alcohol. Alcohol ain't simcha ella basevayan. Even the Lord knows alcohol.
What percentage is mead?
5 to 20.
Oh,
you could have like a dessert.
I'm more of a 20 guy than a 5 guy.
Yeah, you could have like nice sweet dessert wines to nice, like mellow, like meat wines to like. I am down to get drunk.
What's the most drunk you ever been?
Not that drunk.
I've been super hammered before.
Yeah, I could tell.
How could you tell?
I see your general face, and I'm like, oh, it isn't the man who got hammered before.
Yeah.
Like
when I was much younger, I blacked out when I was much younger one time. I just woke up and I didn't know what happened.
Drunk people.
Other than that, I woke up every time. Other time I woke up, I was like, I knew where I was.
Drunk people disgust me.
Oh yeah.
I was in Perm, and the guy who was drunk, and he was screaming and crying and trying to make fights. I'm like, yo, stop being a baby.
Dude, a lot of times when I'm drunk, other drunk people disgust me because I'm just like, dude, I'm just chilling. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, like,
relax.
You're ruining the drunk person name.
Yeah.
Like, also, like, I was FaceTiming a friend in Israel 2 days ago, yesterday, and
I saw that.
Oh yeah, and his friend was incredibly hammered from Iraq, and I'm like, yo, you can't even walk straight. And like they're at the bus stop, and his friend was like, "No, the bus stop's over there." He's walking like opposite direction.
Dude, just a regular Monday night, man.
Well, it's Tuesday, and it's all by that point.
Tuesday morning, but it's called Monday night. That's what they started.
Yeah, they started.
They started their experience on Monday night, unless they started on Monday day, and that's even worse.
Yo,
but if you start your experience on Monday day and you're still out Monday night and you're that age, you're probably
it's also whack, man. Also, like they were so bored. They were saying like there's nothing to do in it all night. Because, like, apparently everybody, like, all the fun's in LL.
Dude, you realize what they're supposed to... You know what most people do in Israel at night? They learn because they're in yeshiva.
Yo, what's the... I thought the type point of Israel not to learn. The type point is to have freedom from your parents for the first time ever and do whatever you want.
When I was in Israel, I would go out some nights, but most nights, I would learn and play, like, sports with my buddies. If also, like, we had more fun getting drunk in yeshiva than drunk in, like, town.
But isn't the entire point people want to go to Israel not for learning, but just to actually have freedom from their parents for the first time in their life because everybody's pathetic children?
I had freedom, but like, look, like, what else are you supposed to do all day? Like
Then why are you going to Israel?
No, like you could learn. You could learn for most of the time you're there and just go party like a little bit. Like, why do you need to party all the time? Then it kind of sucks.
But like, then why are you?
You want to do it the amount.
Then why are you going to a whole other country for learning?
Well, all your friends are there. You can still have a good time and.
But like, go to American yeshiva then.
Bro, you could have freedom.
Cheaper.
You could have freedom from your parents in another state. Go to yeshiva somewhere else.
I know why they're going to Israel. Like, if you're not gonna be out partying with the little smaller with the younger drinking age. And everything.
I found that there's more enjoy. Like I enjoy Israel more than just being away from my parents.
What do you enjoy about Israel if you like learning all day? Nerd.
The learning, I feel like the people there are just more down and more real. There's less technology there.
Aren't they like a one of the top developers of technology in the world?
Yeah, I didn't go to Tel Aviv for years. The first time I went to Tel Aviv in a really long time, like when I was in yeshiva, was because I went to Rav Chaim Kanievsky's funeral.
Yeah, it was in Tel Aviv.
It was in Bnei Brak, and there was no way to like leave from there, so we just walked to Tel Aviv and took the train.
You know what's so cool about Tel Aviv?
What?
You got 3 listeners there.
3 listeners there. Shout out to our listeners in Tel Aviv.
By the way, shout out to Yehuda Carfunkel. We can continue now.
All right, sick.
Yeah, great.
What is the most interesting place that you've ever gotten a listener from?
Probably the San Fernando Valley.
Ooh. So not so interesting because it's just pretty much America and Israel.
Well, I mean, like, let's see. We got some people from Maryland. I don't know who's listening from Maryland. We got the Bronx.
The Bronx.
Can we get to the Bronx? We're like, the Bronx is just like the hood, but like an entire like city.
I guess a lot of times the hood is a big city.
Jerusalem. I got the South District of Israel.
South District?
Yeah, Israel's divided into
Like close to Beersheba or whatever?
No, South District, basically, Israel's divided into 6 districts. The South District is like Ashkelon, Gaza, all that other stuff, the desert area.
Nice.
Yeah, I gotta listen to there. It's maybe probably the most unique place.
Maybe somebody who's fighting.
Yeah, it's like after a long day of fighting, it's like,
no, dude.
Let me go relax to the soothing voice of Pinchas Mayer Gerlitz. Yeah, of course, that's my first that's my go-to.
What do you think? What do you think type of music these guys have on their playlist when they're out there in battle? Like they for sure have playlists, right?
Probably just me. No, definitely not. You need all your eyes and ears. No, if you listen to music, you're just asking to die.
That's a good point. But
if they would, that's what you're asking.
I would have just thought like these guys are just like they need some inspiration. You know what I'm saying?
No.
What would
in
you
a war zone? You don't need inspiration. You need life.
No.
No, you're an idiot. See, this is why you're not fighting.
Pinchas.
No.
I'm gonna ask you a theoretical question.
You may ask me whatever you want. I just decline to answer.
If you were in battle, and you were gonna be listening to music and not talk about all the technical stuff that you were just talking about.
Fine. What would I listen to?
What music would you choose?
We're definitely doing some Beethoven. You know, like
that's such a good call.
Bullets, Willie, and you're like, dun, dun, dun. No, do like a Beethoven, like you too.
Dun dun
dun dun dun dun dun dun dun dun dun dun. And you're like dancing between the bullets, like just like. Yeah, that's definitely what I'll be listening to.
Yeah, I would first of all just go for like tons of hard rock.
Yeah, I think that's the other obvious answer.
Yeah, but then like I would also listen to rappers talk about killing people.
It's like I can't just kill. I need to hear other people talk about killing.
And they're making like gun noises like pop pop pop. You know, I'm like,
yo, and you like this rapper, like Little Chicken Nugget. X drugs, he gets me.
Yeah,
on
dude,
an individual level.
Dude, we're in the trenches together, man.
Yeah, he the home at a mansion with $50 billion, and you're on the trenches in the dirt.
Yeah, or he's just passed out on lean in the club.
He's probably already dead by this point.
He's just like the rapper.
He's probably dead by like 3 years by this point. Yeah, the rapper.
Yeah, dude.
You listen to like his like music he made when he was alive.
Yeah, it's the best one. Like when like little kids like you know like a 12-year-old. Like they found out that like this rapper died and they're like, oh man, bro, R.I.P. bro, he died too young. It's like, dude, I understand that you like this music. You're talking about a sick person right now.
Yeah,
you're talking about a very disgusting person. I guess that's your idol. So
why can't good people make stuff that people like? Why those bad people? Why can't I save puppies and like give tzedakah and I'm the music
and I'm the music that everybody listens to.
Yeah, like why the if everybody listens to my music. I'm a horrible person, and I like murdered half my family.
Yeah.
Why?
Or I was just, or I was brought up, you know, through the management of P. Diddy, you know.
yeah, like.
And that's you know.
Yeah, it's like
that's definitely.
That's the thing we don't want to have, and like.
You don't want that. You want to be that guy.
The thing is, if you get famous young, like, even if the fame doesn't get to your hand, there are so much people willing to take advantage of you, just not for money, just for like for you to be with you. It's just like it's scary.
Yeah, that's tough. It's tough. I mean, nobody's telling that to a 14-year-old kid when he's,
When putting all the money,
putting his videos on YouTube of him just singing, and he's like, oh, he's so good,
Yeah, like today's day and age is so crazy. People that would never be famous are just becoming like, are people who are like, who now we're asking, what are your political opinions?
That's so true.
What's the deal? Just because they can make good music doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. They just have a good voice. Like they don't know what Bernie Madoff's entire.
I think
Bernie Sanders' entire Democratic plan for like social health care works. Neither do I. That's why I'm not putting my 2 cents in.
No, but the difference is that like people don't care about what they think. People
Want validation.
No, the people who ask them don't care about what they think. The people who are their fans know just as much as they do.
Who they're voting for.
And so somebody needs to tell them like, yo, Taylor, you got to tell everybody to vote for Kamala because
only one is validation.
You're the only one that could help us beat Trump because we're not gonna chuck 20 million ballots in this.
All these celebrities that are endorsing, their fan base is going to the same person. All they're doing is just assuring the fan base, I'm voting for the same person you are. It's like when they say, "Oh, I'm voting for Trump. I'm voting for Kamala." No one is. Oh, I'm gonna change my voice because my favorite singer said. No, their fan base probably has the same political messages as they do.
I think some of these, like Taylor Swift, her fan base is so big that.
But they're all liberal.
No, they're not.
Yes, they're all a bunch of
all
women.
girls. Not every girl's liberal.
Okay, the person. Okay,
maybe every girl has a deep sense of steeped with feminism. Unfortunately,
the people that are listening to a woman going through multiple relationships and failing each one are definitely Republican who wish for a nice monogamous relationship.
I think you're heavily uninformed about what good Republican women are these days, and by the fact that people wouldn't listen to Taylor Swift because of her talking about people breaking up when, there's good Jewish girls who want to get married all love Taylor Swift. So to say that Becky in Tennessee is not going to listen to her is crazy.
Becky from Tennessee ain't going to listen to a political marriage because Becky from Tennessee and she's probably going to vote Trump because that's what her parents
she listens to Morgan Wallen also, and he's great. And
who's Morgan Wallen?
Oh, that's a good one. You don't know who Morgan Wallen is?
Who is he? Singer?
He's like the top country guy these days.
Oh, my bad. I thought this was a genre we cared about.
I love country.
I don't
listen to. I try to not listen to Jewish music, so I don't have access.
This is why we need Jewish music for all the genres.
Morgan Wallen. He's so good.
This is why we need Jewish music on all the genres that the Goyim have, or else we're not gonna get Jews to listen to Jewish music because they want country. There's no Jews that do country. We need Jews that do country.
Yeah, of course. The thing is, like I told you earlier,
you could still do a country song.
Like I told you earlier, if basketball is any barometer for what Judaism is able to offer when it comes to talent, then we have, LeBron James and Michael Jordan, and then we have, whatever, what's that Jewish basketball guy's name?
No,
we got my buddy Zach Rosen, who if anybody knows him,
he was some Jewish guy. Jordan, the Jewish Jordan dude.
We played recently with Zach. It wasn't. I could have been confused. Let's say. I wouldn't have necessarily been like, oh, this guy is the guy who went to Penn. Now he hasn't practiced in a while. I saw his tape. It was like pretty good. But like, dude, like, we're just not on that level, you know?
But here's the thing.
Like a Jewish guy, like maybe Mordechai Shapiro would get put on like one of the first couple rounds of like American Idol and lose.
Okay, look, here's the thing. Country, easily, it still has a lot of stuff to do with you could do country songs about. Boop, heavy metal rock, definitely easy. You just gotta get like the parts of the.
You just don't have mega stars that like are gonna pull you away from Morgan Wallen.
You don't. What you need is you need the genre there, because even in country,
you have a genre.
Indie artists, people like indie artists because they don't only go for the megastars. They go for the small people too.
Some people go for the small people, but the megastars, there's a reason they're megastars. because everybody listens to them.
Okay, what the other thing is, we need just more genre, man. Like you can't even start to ask a Jewish fan of country to start listening to Jewish music. There's no Jewish country. You can't even start.
You can't start. But the thing is, right when you start, you don't want it to be like, well, this is okay. I've heard a lot of Jewish music that I don't really know what it is, but I'm not like whatever. Like I'm not like this is the best that this genre of music could
Good,
be.
great. But if we don't have the genre, then there's no discussion whatsoever.
Yeah.
Once we look. Remember,
I just think we don't need more minor league baseball teams.
Like minor league baseball teams are where they at, man. Minor league games are where they're at.
I know.
Like Rabbi Cohen says, as long as the couple is still fighting, there's a chance. If there's no fighting, then the relationship's over. If there's no Jewish music of the genre, we can't even have a conversation of getting this guy off non-Jewish music. Once there is, okay, is it good? We don't know, but at least we have. At least we can get the discussion started. Once we,
I hear what you're saying, Pinchas.
thank you.
And I appreciate it.
I appreciate.
I really
myself.
do. What you're saying is that we need to start and we need to get people to like even have a small idea of maybe listening to Jewish music. And my point is that afterwards they will still go back to Jewish music. So it's in a sense
That is okay. But we need.
in a
If we
sense-
don't try, we can't complain.
I'm not even complaining.
Shut up, you're complaining.
I'm just telling you how my feelings. It's not complaining because I just don't think that there's any way out of it.
There's the way out of it. We have pointed out the problem. Now we have to get to the solution.
There's a way out of it in terms of I think EDM. Like if Jewish EDM is like somewhat okay. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it's like somewhat okay enough that like you could get away with it and like you could kind of party to it.
My question is, there is so much access to making music these days. It's how come there's no fan of country music that's Jewish or that wants to make some Jewish country music?
Well, I don't want to be that guy, but my dad did make a country album. It's
What's it
like
called?
More,
I'll listen to it.
it's called maybe Chanu Country.
Chana Country?
It's a Chanu album. Oh, happens to be.
Yo,
know.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
binge that.
he has it on Spotify.
Oh,
It's
I have Spotify.
Yidneck Records.
Yeah, that great. Okay, if your father listens to my podcast, I'll listen to his music. Actually, I'm not, doesn't even matter, deal. I'm gonna listen to music anyways.
Go check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
See what it's up.
Your neck, like it's a redneck.
Yidneck Records.
Yo, I'm gonna listen to that. That'll be
He
awesome.
got really into. I don't know if he's been making any more music, but he made an album straight up.
Can you please tell him to make more?
Listen to it first and then ask.
Wow, okay, I'll listen to it. We'll have some country Jewish music going on over here. The cowboy and everything.
Yeah.
Pinchas cowboy. Going on.
All right, Pinchas, let's end this thing.
Okay,
I gotta go to
fine. I
sleep.
guess. What time is it?
Guess.
11:53.
Dang, how'd you know?
The clock over there. That's 10:53. They didn't change the clock. Anyways, it's late. We're not Shicker, and we're at Marav time. This is all we have for today, folks. See you on the next episode of Shicker at Shacaris.